Welcome back, everybody. I'm at the Pinnacle Bank Expo Center in the, if I get this right, the southwest corner. I'm with the folks at the National Weather, from the National Weather Service here in Hastings. We're going to talk to meteorologist in charge Steve Eddy here in just a moment. First, we're going to get to the forecast. Obviously, we've had a ton of rain, almost a plethora of rain, many inches, especially if you live over in York County. Upwards of 7 inches in some places. We've had a couple inches the last couple nights, and we expect more rain overnight tonight. If we look at Doppler 5 live radar, already have some showers and thunderstorms out to the west, moving in off the Panhandle. Of course, no severe weather right now, but taking a closer look, we do have some storms just getting going down, I believe, around the Highway 36 corridor in northern Kansas here, and that'll start to push off to the northeast, working up into our southern tier of county. So these storms, we have a boundary kind of oriented northeast to southwest, just to the east of Highway 281, of course, just to the east of Hastings. Of course, that'd be from about Clay County down to the southwest. So that's what it looks like as we get into time here. Radar showing those storms around the area. Temperatures around the area, a little deceiving. As I asked Katie earlier, what's the temperature you think? And of course, we're just around that 80-degree mark, but factor in those pretty moist dew points, and it feels a little warmer. Of course, it's very humid and very uncomfortable out there. Temperatures 60s in the Panhandle. Other than that, mostly 80s, a little more summer-like out there. And of course, with all the rain we've had over the last few nights, of course here at Bonner Park, it's very muddy out here. And of course, most of the farm fields are well saturated as well. As we look into the forecast for tonight, the temperature-wise has been pretty carbon copy over the last couple nights. We'll see mid-60s once again overnight tonight, with those showers and thunderstorms lingering from tonight through the overnight hours. Keep those clouds around as well. The wind's not really a factor tonight as we take a look at future rain. Now, this is one of our models that kind of puts out what things going to look like over the next 24 hours, starting at 11 o'clock tonight, pushing in through 11 o'clock tomorrow night. And of course, we can see generally about that quarter to half inch, but we'll see pockets of heavier rain once again, as you can see there by some of those heavier colors represented there on future rain. Now, the state forecast for tomorrow will start off once again in the 60s, giving way to those low to mid 70s by the noon hour. We'll keep the clouds around. We'll get some pockets of sun, I think, and then we'll start to warm up, and we may struggle once again to get to that 80-degree mark, but nevertheless, we'll have more chances for a few showers and thunderstorms, I think, again, by that early afternoon time frame. And temperatures, well, we'll see a little more sun to the north, I think, and off to the southwest, as temperatures will get a little warmer. Ainsworth, Ord, and O'Neill all seeing those low to mid 80s, with an upper 70 coming in Central City, where we should have a little more rain activity and some cloud cover as well. Down the southwest, a little more summer-esque, if you will, with we're seeing mostly the mid 80s down around McCook, Beaver City, Lexington, and also Imperial, with those winds out of the northwest at about 5 to 10. Here at home, we'll struggle to get to that 80-degree mark, but I promise you it will be a little bit on the muggy side as well, with more summer readings in northern Kansas, where we'd expect more in those mid to upper 80s. And off to the east, we'll see 70s holding firm off to the east from York back over to Lincoln, back around to Beatrice as well. We do have a chance for some severe weather on Sunday. We're monitoring, still a few days away. Right now, large hail, damaging winds look to be the main threat. We won't go for the tornado call yet, being that this is Sunday, but just keep that in mind. It's a holiday weekend, so be weather ready, and that's what we're going to talk to Steve Eddy, pardon the pun there. But we're going to have 80s all through the rest of the week, and then we'll have a cool down next week, at least for a couple days, for Memorial Day or Labor Day rather. We'll see that 80-degree mark. It looks like we'll get into a drying period as we get through time as well. So Husker game Saturday looks pretty good, as we're looking right around that low to mid 80 mark, with a drying trend going. So Steve, nice to have you here. Steve, you are the meteorologist in charge for the National Weather Service Hastings. So as I would call you in my layman terms, you're the grand poobah of the National Weather Service there. But it really takes a team, and we're talking weather ready. What is that?
What we want is we want folks to be aware of what's going on with the weather and then react to it. So you've got a team of meteorologists working at the National Weather Service. We're there 24/7, 365, looking at all kinds of data. Great trained people doing stuff. The problem is we don't get the message out well.
And that's where we come in part.
You come in.
Exactly.
Yes, so we rely on you. You're our great partner. Get that out. And then they're also our partner too. They need to react and respond and do what's correct. So what we're here today and all week doing is trying to tell people, hey, you need to be thinking about, what do I do if there's a tornado? What do I do if there's lightning? What do I do if there's a winter storm? What do I do if there's a flood? And
we're good about that here in Nebraska, not just central Nebraska, but in the entire state, with being prepared. But there's a few people out there that maybe don't have that plan in place. But, you know, it's not just severe weather, Steve. We've had that flooding. Flash flooding, the turnaround, don't drown. I know some stories recently, some people driving through floodwaters and their engines conk out. If it gets a little worse, it could be life-threatening.
Absolutely, and you got to be concerned. And the other thing is,
we go from very dry to very wet. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, without a doubt. And of course, we're also that part of that weather ready, with flooding, with winter weather, with any type of disaster, but also talking about once again, and it's been quiet lately, other than some isolated severe weather, but we haven't really had any tornadoes, but the potential for severe weather on Sunday. Now, you and I both know as meteorologists, it's still a few days out, but it never hurts to be, I'd rather be prepared for something than unprepared for, or I'd rather be prepared for nothing than unprepared for something. I'll get that out. What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be ready just in case. This system looks like a May system. Very strong things coming together. If they happen, we could have some tornadoes, but definitely damaging winds and large hail. So
sure. And that's always the main threat.
Yep. We just want to keep watching. We'll be there. We'll be watching. You'll be there letting them know as things change. So.
All right. Steve Eddy, meteorologist in charge from the National Weather Service here in Hastings. Thanks for the time. And we always enjoy working with you to warn the public and get that information out there. Thank you very much.
Same with us. You're a great partner. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tim.